Welcome, UPF World, to the newest installment of the Universal Pokemon Federation. This is the first time you're seeing me as the host, and that's because I'm letting Mark and Don take care of some training duties while I take care of the hosting duties. We've got a big episode for you guys today with a roll the dice battle between Rob and the Sonic Wizard. We'll also hear from VB Wilhane after his attempt to secure gold by battling UPF World Champion Don Pokemon. And finally, we'll have an exhibition match between Marc Cameron and his sister Courtney. Before we get to any battles though, we need to hear from Courtney to get her thoughts on the Sonic Wizard's challenge to Rob.
This is the most ridiculous idea for a challenge I have ever seen in my life. Sonic Wizard just needs to accept that Rob
is too scared to face the Sonic Wizard in his own setting, and I definitely am. That's why I'm having Rob fight for me.
Then fine, he accepts.
Wow. I have no idea how the Sonic Wizard can hijack audio like that, but can we please make sure that doesn't happen to me, because that's a PR nightmare waiting to happen. Anyways, we will have the Sonic Wizard and Rob rolling the dice shortly. But first, Fenrir has some words for Marc Cameron, who he defeated in the last episode.
This is so annoying. You know, I may be new to UPF, but I'm not new to battling. I've been doing this for years. I've beaten the best around the world, and the last battle we had, Marc Cameron, wasn't even a fluke, no matter how much you try to discredit it. So I'm going to prove you wrong again, one more time. So what do you say to our rematch, Marc Cameron? No mythics, no legendaries. And once I beat you, you and the UPF will know I am a force to be reckoned with. You see, I don't just box for fun, Marc Cameron. I box to be in the right mind frame and the right mindset to beat the best of the best. So I wish you good luck, because you're going to need it.
Interesting challenge from Fenrir that I'm sure Marc Cameron will be happy with. Speaking of, I believe that Marc Cameron is with our camera crew right now to give his response.
You know, I wanted to make this short and sweet, nice and concise for the people watching, but you know what? I'm all fired up right now. I'm all fired up. Fenrir, saw your little message. And you know what? Who in the hell do you think you are? You think you're some kind of protagonist in a movie, a TV show or something? Well, newsflash, Fenrir, this ain't fiction. This is reality. And in this reality, you're not welcome in my UPF. There is no Don Pokemon without me. There is no UPFworld.com without me. I brought the UPF into a new era, and guess what, Fenrir? There's no Fenrir without me. I was the deciding vote in making sure you came here. I said sure, why not? But little did I know that I'd be getting into a lot of trouble with your big mouth and your trash team. So you know what, Fenrir? I'm excited for our battle. I can't wait for you to not bring your legendaries, because I'm gonna make you regret you speaking my name in the first place. Alright. But in the meantime, today, I have a battle with Courtney, my sister. I know, Courtney, I know you've been going through it with the Sonic Wizard, so I'm gonna make this nice and short. I see what you've been doing with the beasts. I'm gonna roll them all over like they're nothing. Because I'm gonna use you, Courtney, as an example for what I'm gonna do to poor little Fenrir over there.
Mark is going into that battle red hot, which should make for a really exciting match. But without further ado, let's move on to his exhibition battle between himself and his sister Courtney.
Hello everyone, I'm Jay Caliber, and today we have a very special treat for you. We have two powerful trainers going at it today, Marc Cameron and Courtney. Courtney has decided to bring her signature Pokemon Lapras, while Marc has not done the same and instead leads his Nessie. Now, even though he won't be bringing his signature, which I believe to be Machamp, I still believe he has strategy to get the upper hand. And just like that, right off the bat, Courtney has decided that she is not pulling any punches. Lapras will be turning into Gigantamax Lapras on the first turn. Courtney really means business here. Let's see if Nessie can hold up against what Lapras has planned. Nessie has decided to go for a Dragon Dance and raise attack and speed, which is going to need to be able to fight off the double health that Lapras is holding on to right now. Lapras returns with G-Max Resonance. Nessie is able to survive the hit, but it looks like it's going to be a lot tougher to do some damage on Lapras now with that Aurora Veil going up next to the residual effect. And he's decided to go for a Dynamax as well. Now he should be able to do some extra damage and turn the tables just a little bit. Lapras is still tanky and has the screen up to protect it, but any extra damage is always nice to have on Marc's side. Nessie is going to open with a Max Guard to protect itself, which is interesting. It is nice to see that he's probably trying to stall off the amount of turns Courtney is able to Dynamax the Lapras for. And another Max Guard successfully goes up 2 in a row. Very interesting. Lapras tried to go for Max Lightning there, which definitely would have done some huge damage to a water flying type. And that good fortune continues with Nessie's Max Quake. Max Quake is doing some chunky damage to Lapras, but not nearly enough to knock it out. And just like that, Nessie's special defense is going to go up. A Thunderbolt does not kill on Lapras' sides. That special defense buff was exactly what Marc needed right there. Earthquake here doing over half of Lapras' health. And Lapras retaliating with an Ice Beam to finish off Nessie. Nessie is down for the count, and Lapras has a little bit of a chip on its shoulder. Here we're putting in Rocco, the Toxtricity. Rocco going for overdrive here with the Punk Rock boost. It is going to do it. Lapras is down. Let's see what they can come up with. Blacephalon is in now on Courtney's side, and we'll start off with an Expanding Force, a Psychic type move that's going to put Rocco out. A Poison type with low defenses is not going to stand a chance against that. And Blacephalon is going to experience its Beast Boost, which raises special attack. Ghidorah is on the scene, Marc's Hydreigon. Blacephalon is going for Flamethrower here. Maybe big damage, not enough to take Ghidorah out, but a critical hit did more than I'm sure Marc was hoping it would. And returning with a Dark Pulse is going to knock Blacephalon out for the count. Both trainers now down to 1 Pokemon remaining. Ghidorah is a bit low here. Kartana is in on Courtney's side. Kartana going for Sacred Sword, knocks Ghidorah down. Courtney has won it with her second Ultra Beast. That is going to be it for this battle, guys. Courtney has won, and Marc has a lot in store for him in the next battle against Fenrir. I'm Jay Caliber, and thank you guys for watching.
Nice try from Marc, but Courtney's been way too dominant lately. We'll see how this affects him going into his match against Fenrir. But in the meantime, we have the dice rolls for Rob and the Sonic Wizard. Keep in mind, this is going to be very important as this will completely randomize their teams. Let's see how it goes.
Of course. Did he plan this? Of course it is.
Splash.
Great. Chair.
What's a chair?
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. All right. Okay.
I've heard it out.
Yeah.
These teams will make for a very exciting battle. That magic heart might be a hindrance for Rob, but the talented trainer that he is, I'm sure he'll have a trick up his sleeve. Now, before we get to their battle, let's check in with VB Wilhane as our camera crew caught up with him after his loss to Don Pokemon.
Wait, Villain. After your loss to Don Pokemon, what's next?
Listen, man, I really don't want to.
You killed my father, and I won't stop until you feel as much pain as I have.
Oh my God, that is horrible. What Jerome did is against everything that we stand for here at the UPF. It's completely unacceptable. Our camera crews are trying to catch up with him as we speak to find out why he assaulted VB.
Jerome,
What?
why did you do that to VB back there?
Don't you understand? He killed my father. Everyone in the UPF knows, and yet they do nothing. If I ever see him again, I'm gonna wring his goddamn neck. My lust for revenge will never be sated.
Purely unacceptable, and rest assured something will be done about this. Punishments will absolutely be doled out. However, before we get to our main event, I caught up with Don to congratulate him after his win over VB.
What now? I was busy trying to find a new protege.
Congratulations on your win, Don.
Well, thank you, but
I gotta be honest, I don't know how you pulled it off. I mean, VB was so dominant, and you were kind of the underdog going into that.
to what do I owe this backhand compliment in person? You could have easily sent this through an email or text.
To be honest, I didn't just come here to congratulate you. I came here to remind you that you need to keep defending this championship. And you need to find a new challenger, or we could find one for you. I just figure with the new games coming out, what better way to start a new season than with a new contender?
Is it not enough that I just went through the ordeal of defending the title against my own pupil, who I am still finding a replacement for? Also, I don't want to put anyone on the spot for a challenge match before they think they're ready. Once someone's prepared for it, they can come and challenge me.
You know what, Don? You actually make a really good point. When someone's ready, they will step up, and we will put them in contact with you. Take care.
Very interesting.
Again, congratulations to Don. I look forward to finding out who his next challenger will be. Now, let's jump right into our main event. We have Rob versus the Sonic Wizard in a roll the dice battle. Let's get into the action.
Welcome everyone to yet another UPF battle. Today we have a very special battle between Rob and the Sonic Wizard. The first of its kind, a roll the dice battle. As you guys know, Pokemon are kind of randomized, and Magikarp might be quite a big setback or handicap for Rob here. Here, Wizard sends out Wobbuffet and Rob sends out Cherrim. Okay, Cherrim uses Leech Seed. Oh, and it misses. First turn miss. Okay, Wobbuffet goes for the Destiny Bond. It's not going to do anything this turn, but Cherrim has to be careful next turn if it knocks out the Wobbuffet. Okay, Cherrim uses Substitute here. Gaining defense is knowing that Wobbuffet cannot attack and thus cannot break its Substitute. Okay, Wobbuffet goes for a Mirror Coat, but obviously did not take any special damage from Cherrim, so it fails. And sends out Salandit here. Okay, Salandit has a type matchup against Cherrim, and Cherrim goes for the Leech Seed once again, and it does land this time onto the Salandit. So each turn it would recover HP by stealing Salandit's HP. getting that stall tactic from Rob with the Cherub here, making sure Cherub is up and healthy while behind defenses of the substitute. Cherub goes for the attack, uses Protect actually this turn, conserving its substitute for one other turn, stalling even more. Slanted would have gone, okay, it went for Venom Shock, but obviously that got blocked by the Cherub's Protect. Turn after turn, Slanded's HP is just going to get lower and lower, and Cherub's HP is just going to go higher and higher if Sonic Wizard cannot do anything about it. Rob switches back Cherub out, letting down the defensive substitute, and sends back in Golurk. And Slanded goes for the Incinerate. Okay, no items were burned up by Golurk. Seems it does not have a berry of sorts here. Leech Seed still onto Salandit, so that damage onto Golurk was almost nullified. So Sonic Wizard does withdraw the Salandit and sends out Wobbuffet once again to take up the hit. Golurk uses Phantom Force. Okay, it vanishes into the underworld. Will it protect and use counter? Or will Wobbuffet go down here one hit? Oh no, Wobbuffet hangs on with a sliver HP and uses the counter. But obviously, counter is fighting type, so it cannot hit Golurk. Uses Nightshade to pick up the knockout onto Wobbuffet. Sonic Wizard, you had a solid plan, but, and Sonic does send out that Morpeko. Electric and Dark type. Interesting matchup. Goes for a Crunch. Massive damage on the Golurk. Not exactly enough to knock it out. The Golurk does go for the Ice Punch here. Does about half. Morpeko is faster than Golurk. So he decides to stay in and sacrifice the Golurk. Morpeko will knock out the Golurk with a second Crunch. Well, at least Golurk did do sizable damage to Morpeko, leaving it at about half HP. Meaning it cannot take many more hits. Okay, Morgrim gets sent out by Rob here. Oh, okay, Morpeko does get switched out for the Ferrothorn. Okay, a very tanky Pokemon. Oh, play rough, eating that resisted hit and potentially Iron Barbs maybe? Yes, the Iron Barbs damage onto Morgrim here. Okay, yeah, that was... And Morgrim has the leftovers item, restoring its HP every single turn. Rob does switch out Morgrim and sends in Manectric. Okay, Manectric, here we go. We don't really see Manectric much. It's really exciting to see one. Good switch out on Rob's part to eating that resisted Flash Cannon. Ferrothorn does get switched out. Sonic Wizard, does he predict the flamethrower, the overheat? What is he predicting? Okay, the Rowlet's Intimidate goes off onto Manectric. Okay. Rob already Dynamaxing his Manectric here. What move will he use? Okay, we don't really see Manectric go Dynamax very much. So let's see. Big Doggo, big Manectric here. It's a battle of the dogs. It's a very tiny puppy Growlithe against this Dynamax Manectric. Okay. Will it be... Did he predict the Max Flare? Yes! Max Flare going off from Manectric. Good switch out on Sonic Wizard's part, eating up that resisted hit. Though it did, since it was a max move, it did massive damage, over half of Growlithe's health. Growlithe stays in to take up that max lightning. Sonic Wizard sacrificing the Growlithe here to possibly set up his tempo once again. So Electric Terrain is now in the battlefield. Growlithe is gone, and with the Electric Terrain, all electric type moves are amplified by 1.2, and Salandit is brought back in. Rob's last Dynamax term using Max Mindstorm against the Salandit. That is definitely a KO onto Salandit. Now replacing the Electric Terrain with the Psychic Terrain, meaning now Psychic moves are empowered and no priority moves are affected to grounded Pokemon. And Morpeko is sent out once again. Morpeko's at half HP, and Morpeko is, as a Dark type, that Crunch will do stab damage against Manectric. Let's see who is faster. Okay, Manectric going for the Overheat. Manectric does outspeed the Morpeko and picks up that KO. High base power of Overheat plus that Sun. Yeah, I don't think Morpeko would have stood a chance. Beware is sent out. To be fair, a very, very tanky and strong hitting Pokemon. Okay, Manectric is sent out, and replacing it is Magikarp of all things. Everyone was anticipating Magikarp here. Magikarp survives at 1 HP from Beware's strength using no focus sash. It just survived naturally. And Red Card is activated to force a switch onto the Beware. Magikarp does not have much tools yet. Okay, yeah, Magikarp is just using a splash here. So I guess Rob's plan here was to sacrifice Magikarp to use that, make use of that Red Card, and it is now knocked out by Ferrothorn's Acid Spray. Okay, Manectric is sent out once again, goes for Rising Voltage. It does not go for Overheat. Probably he was predicting a switch in, but it did not happen. Acid Spray coming from Ferrothorn, reducing Manectric's special defense even lower, and the Psychic Terrain is out, meaning priority moves can now be used effectively. Okay, Manectric going for the Overheat. Wow, strong move against Ferrothorn? Yeah! Being Steel and Grass makes you really, really, really weak against Fire-type moves, and Ferrothorn is down for the count! Crisp, burnt to a crisp by Overheat. Sonic Wizard, Dynamax's Beware here. Ooh. Very, very tanky Pokemon, and only being even more tanky with that double HP stat and stronger Dynamax moves. Okay. Big Bear coming here to you for a big bear hug. Okay, Psychic Fangs going onto the Beware, Dynamax Repair, but Beware retaliates with a Max Strike, and yeah, Manectric, you're not that tanky. You are going down for the count from that Max Strike. Let's see who knows. Okay, Cherrim gets sent out once again. The very stall strat Cherrim we saw at the beginning of the battle. Okay, Cherrim does go for the Protect to quarter the damage from any Dynamax moves coming its way. Beware does use Max Darkness to reduce Cherrim's special defense. Okay. See? Critical hit this time. Wow, okay. Despite Cherrim's Protect here, it did crit. So Cherrim does go for leeches. It does land this time. Beware's HP is only going to be stolen by Cherrim's Leech Seed. Another Max Darkness, not quite to pick up the knockout. Cherrim's HP is about 1/3 remaining. And special defense might not matter really, because Beware is more of a physical attacker than a special attacker here. So the HP is being sapped by Leech Seed. That's a lot of HP being sapped by Leech Seed from Cherrim's Leech Seed. And Beware is no longer Dynamax. So very, very good stall by Robin and Cherrim. Cherrim goes for a Protect once again. Rob just like leaning into that stall strat with Cherrim. Like, you can't hit me, but I'm stealing your HP and healing from it. Beware's HP turn after turn just dwindling down as Cherrim's HP just goes up and up. Pollen Puff going from coming out from Cherrim. Gonna be resisted because Bug type is not very effective against fighting, but that seems to be Cherrim's only offensive move, and Beware uses Takedown, dealing massive damage onto Cherrim, not quite to take it out. So Cherrim keeps on sapping Beware's HP from Leech Seed. Pollen Puff coming again from Cherrim, leaving at red HP. Beware uses Strength. Will Cherrim be knocked out? Yeah, Cherrim is down for the count. However, Beware's HP is pretty low. Morgrem, okay, almost full HP here. You have a Fairy type against a Fighting type. Beware is too slow and is knocked out by Morgrem's Play Rough. And that's it, guys. Rob, you're the winner of this battle. Wow, guys, that was such an exciting battle to watch. Never done before in the UPF, never before seen here. The Roll the Dice challenge. We got to see Pokemon we've never seen before, or rarely see in the UPF, like pre-evolutions including Growlithe and Salandit and Magikarp of all things, and even other less common Pokemon like Wobbuffet and Manectric. Now is the time to roll back into our MVP of the match. So here, the match did go quite back and forth for its randomness and chaotic nature. However, I must say, Rob did have the upper hand in this match. I gotta give the MVP to Manectric. It scored a whopping 4 KOs. It KO'd Growlithe with Max Lightning, it KO'd Salandit with Max Mindstorm, and then after Dynamax, it did KO both Morpeko and the tank, the beast that it is, Ferrothorn, with an Overheat. I just gotta say, that's a lot of KOs for a Pokemon, and Manectric did manage to shine through. So congratulations, Manectric, you are the MVP.
What a close battle, and yet another victory to add to Rob's belt. I can only imagine what the Sonic Wizard is thinking right now after losing in his own domain, but I'm sure it can't be good. Don't forget to tune in next week for a rematch between Femir and Marc Cameron in a No Legendaries battle, plus so much more. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out upfworld.com for even more action.